UK manufacturing grew at its fastest rate in 10 months in February, according to a flash purchasing managers index (PMI) reading, but services fell to a 2-month low. According to IHS Markit, CIPS data, manufacturing hit 52.8, up from January's final rate of 50.1, whilst services fell to 53.3, down from 53.9 last month. Read more. UK PMI, construction sector shows signs of life after election. The composite output rate was 53.3, unchanged from the end of January. Any figure under 50 indicates a contraction, while any over 50 represents growth. The pound rose 0.36% against the dollar to $1.2924 after the PMI data.Tim Moore, associate director at IHS Markit, said. The recent return to growth signaled by the manufacturing and services PMIs provides a clear indication that the UK economy is no longer flat on its back, with our GDP nowcast pointing to 0.2% growth through the first quarter of the year. Despite the positive reading, the survey showed manufacturers were seeing early signs of disruption to export sales and business operations due to the ongoing coronavirus outbreak.Sign up to City A.M.'s Midday update newsletter, delivered to your inbox every lunchtime. More added, while there are positive signals for UK businesses on a domestic front, the latest PMI findings highlight a number of concerns from an international perspective following the COVID-19 outbreak. Service providers often commented on reduced tourism-related bookings and cancellations from overseas clients in affected markets. Manufacturers noted that abrupt shortages of components from China had reverberated through their supply chains and led to difficulties sourcing critical inputs. The downward trajectory of the supplier's delivery times index since January was the steepest since the survey began, exceeding the previous record set amid the UK fuel protests in September 2000. Duncan Brock, Group Director at CIPS, said that despite the threat posed by the illness, optimism remains high, especially among service providers. Read more. UK PMI, construction sector shows signs of life after election. Though there was some relief in business costs as inflationary pressures were muted in February, service providers were still confident enough to raise prices for customers, possibly making up for lost time over Brexit uncertainty and reduced consumer spending. With these new challenges unfurling at the beginning of the year, 2020 is unlikely to be a quiet year for the UK economy. For more on this story, visit the news article link.